got all kinds of what's down. If you see me, just give me a holler. What's down? If you see me, just give me a holler. What's down? My alarm going off, phone keep ringing, and there's money on my mind. Digits on the ceiling, and my pappy known for that just the way it go when you living on the deep end. My little brother like my kids, cause all our daddy missing. We don't get Amber Alerts, we know them living. In my hood, we all the same and got the same story. When I say what's down, was that just how we say good morning? Another day, another dollar. What's down? I be stunting like a big timer. What's down? Another night. What's down? She give you drama. What's down? If you see me, just give me a holler. What's down? You need motion? I got all kinds of. What's down? If you see me, just give me a holler. What's down? If you see me, just give me a holler. What's down? On the party going up, we just getting started in the air. Got these some on my lap. My spidey senses plotting. There's attention across the room from them who's been watching. I'm throwing up the east like it's bad on my stomach. They put a thumbs up like hitchhiking in the thunder. In my hood, we all the same, but we all got it popping. When I say what's down, that means you doing your thing, partner. Another day, another dollar. What's down? I be stunting like a big timer. What's down? Another night. What's down? She give you drama. What's down? If you see me, just give me a holler. What's down? You need motion? I got all kinds of. What's down? If you see me, just give me a holler. What's down? If you see me, just give me a holler. What's down?
There is something else seeing someone who knows what they're doing and dribbling with a medal like that.
How many ankles do you think you've taken this year? Hundreds? Thousands?
A lot, especially with the ankle breaker takeover.
When I'm out here playing, I feel like a lot of players use like PG. I do see Duncan a lot. What are some of the cards you see the community running with when you're out here playing?
A lot of Tim Duncan. I think he's one of the best level 40 rewards just because he had every 6'11". A lot of people run Beasley, Gary Payton, those cards with the fast shots.
Oh yeah, that's
I went to your corner, my bad. Here you go.
Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Perkins is out there with Weber. Then there's Carter. Then it's Ball. And it's Wozniak in at the two-guard spot. And for Cleveland, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Mr. Incredible. Then it's Evan Mobley. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Banchero in at the 3 spot. So here we are, Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
Here's Wozniak. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Memphis. Takes it from 10. That's it. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
For the 3. Carter pulls it in. Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Perkins. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
A kick out to Mobley. Passes it to Banchero. Here is Mr. Incredible. Coming off 31 points last game. Clock at 4. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
No good from Perkins.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1.
Number 9. Mr. Incredible.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Here's ball after the made shot from Mr. Incredible. Outside ball. There's the pass to Perkins. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Top of the key ball. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Outside, Perkins. Ball against DiVincenzo. As to Drobniak. Up again. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis. Pass to Banchero. Here is Mr. Incredible. Running on 26.5 points a game. Really
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Drobniak. He's covered by Banchero. There's the lob to Carter. And that one's good. Drobniak's got a second bucket tonight.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To meet that complete lack of players on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to
Cavaliers leading. Evan Mobley is out there with Paolo Banchero. Then there's Mr. Incredible. Then it's out for Shangoon. And it's Lawson in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the
Assisted
Pacers
by
was terrific.
Wood.
He scored 31 points and hit a few threes, which helped his team spacing. Found a way to impact the game in a number of ways. A terrific all-around effort. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up.
Number 9.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
what you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Here's Drobniak. Awesome defending. And it's Drobniak missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here is Mr. Incredible. He's covered by Ball. Mobley wide open. Here is the long-range jumper. Mobley's got the lead up to 5 now for Cleveland. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Indiana.
When you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd energy,
Steve
you have to bring your A game.
3 points.
They didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Down low. Love grabs the board. And here's Ball. They'll bring it up for Charlotte. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Here's Drobniak. Lawson defending. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the 5.
Plays first team
And
foul.
eventually, every player GA has
Shooting
to
for
grapple with
Charlotte.
age.
Drobniak
They've lost a step or
at
two
the line for 2.
against the infant. And sometimes it's a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about forewarning the inevitable. Simply for the love of the game.
And Cleveland making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Mr. Incredible knocks down
That's a
the
3-pointer.
Drobniak's got the game tied up here for the Hornets. Cavaliers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3-6.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Mr. Incredible.
2 minutes.
He has 7. Mobley trying to free himself up.
KJ, number 9. Evan Mobley with the assist.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting.
Timeout, Charlotte.
Now he's starting to roll.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
And here we go.
Okay, everyone, let's get up and get loud for some T-shirts. Substitutions on the court. That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Cavaliers 35, the Hornets 32.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. So it's the Cavaliers now. It's a three-point game on the floor for Charlotte. We got LaMelo Ball. Perkins is out there with Weber. Then there's Drobniak. And it's Carter in at the center position. This is into Perkins. Outside, Ball. Now the pass to Carter. Doesn't go for it. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's Mr. Incredible. He's got 9. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Just fine on the clock. Mr. Incredible can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Here's Drobniak. Defended by DiVincenzo. And Weber throws it down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, Gene, he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Here's Drobniak. He cleans that one off the back iron.
Assist from Perkins.
Drobniak's got 14 points for the game. The Cavaliers trailing. DiVincenzo kicks to Mobley. Here's Mr. Incredible. 13 feet away. Kicks it out to Banchero. Here's Mr. Incredible. On the 3 off target.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
And it's blocked by Chingy. To the inside.
Number 9.
11
Assist
points for the
goes
game.
to
Finally,
Powell
one to
and
drop. That's
Carroll.
one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Drobniak. 14 points for him. Outside, Ball. Pass to Perkins. Outside to Weber. Here's Drobniak. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Here's Mr. Incredible.
Number 9.
Shots good by Mr. Incredible.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game. If the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Substitution.
Here is Perkins. We've got Alperon Şengün. Mr. Incredible is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Evan Mobley. And it's Banchero in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Weber the pass to Perkins. Well, Hornets need to get a shot off here. I missed that time. Would have put him up. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for Cleveland. The lead is 2. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the the Jam. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. DiVincenzo passes to Mr. Incredible. For three. That shot is in. Six others have been taken.
Number 9. Well, that's his second three of the game. One in the first half, one here.
Weber dishes to Perkins. DiVincenzo against Weber. And out of bounds.
Cleveland ball.
And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Utah up against the Jazz. And then on Saturday, the Golden State Warriors come into town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And for that game against the...
On paper, you expect them to come away with a win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
And Carroll passes to Mobley.
His first.
This is why it's hard guarding Evan Mobley at times.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Evan Mobley. 2 shots.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
Guys, and he hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from me.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Perkins rejected by Ben Carroll. Perkins, the pass to Carter.
That's a 3-second violation. Cleveland ball.
The Cavaliers leading by 6 to the right side. Stolen by Weber. From about 19 feet. And the Hornets miss again.
The right thing is to stay that tight on them and really try to keep them out of this competition.
And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Carter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Trotniak. He draws the foul.
His first.
It's on Paolo Banchero.
Shooting for Charlotte.
Yeah, that's Carroll's defense, though. I mean,
at the line for 1.
He can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. DiVincenzo kicks to Mobley. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's Mr. Incredible. Takes the 3. Perkins pulls it in. Perkins got 5 rebounds tonight to the paint. And there's the
assist.
That's just great recognition by LaMelo Ball. The pinpoint accuracy makes it easy for his teammate.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Charlotte trailing. Perkins kicks to ball. To take the lead. And Carroll grabs the board. And Carroll's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mr. Incredible to pass to Ben Carroll.
Number 9.
Mr. Incredible's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Outside, ball. And stolen by Şengün. Here's Mr. Incredible. Out to the right wing. Mobley the pass to Mr. Incredible. Inside. Stolen by Weber. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. Charlotte no good that time either. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Mr. Incredible the pass to Şengün. And the dish to Mobley. Here's Mr. Incredible. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. Carter pulls it in.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Off the drop move. Back to ball. Carter outside.
second team foul.
Drops the first one, and that gives them
At the line for Cleveland, number 9.
The Hornets also with the sub. Edie's checked in for Kobe. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Charlotte moving the ball around. Ball no good.
Charlotte foul. Edie, his second, third team foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, Paolo.
Boncaro, one of those big men that does a little bit of everything, and the scary thing is he's got tremendous upside. Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what
Let's give it up for your Cavs powerhouse dance team.
They're trailing by 6. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ball kicks to Perkins. And they recover it. Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound. And Ball puts up a deep 3. Off on that one.
That's the game, folks. And your Cavaliers win. Your Cavaliers, 55, the Hornets, 49.
Some challenges, but really held
Fans, thank you for joining us for tonight's big game. We hope you have a safe trip home, and we'll see you next time.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
Another day, another dollar. What's them? I be stunting like a big timer. What's them? Another night. What's them? She give you drum.